Natalie.
And this is our bus,
Kahaila.
And everybody thinks it's Hawaiian, but it's not. I always thought it was Hawaiian, and at first I was saying it was whales mating,
Oh no.
but it's not.
It's a Hopi Indian legend of the sea turtle carrying the earth on its back. Because this is a turtle odyssey.
Yeah, we lucked out when we was looking, we come up with this, and it's a 2013 F450 Ford, but the shell on it is called the Turtle Odyssey, so that kind of tied everything together. So it was just one of those things.
Sure.
And we live in here with 2 cats, 2 birds, 1 dog that could be 3 dogs. But it was all designed around animals because we're animal people. And we feel once you get an animal, he stays with you until he goes to his resting place.
Yep. We rescue a lot of animals.
So you can come on in. Our whole bus is run off of solar. You can see it later on. But we do, so we're 1220 on top. We've got 915 that actually lift with actuators, electric actuators. So I'm too old to climb up on top. And we've seen youngsters and they drop the nut, climb down, get the nut, go back up. And so we come up with a push button. We push a button and it does it. So we're happy with that. We've actually got 600 amp hours of battery-borne lithium. We run split system heat pump, cool on AC, it heats at night. We do have a sealed combustion propane furnace too, so on the cold mornings it can come on. But we have no problem doing any of it because I had both those on this morning. And then I was making my coffee. We have a Curie coffee maker. And on my system, I was drawing 2,600 watts, 197 amps, and it just purred like a putty cat. So we tried to design it so it worked, because she said as we was growing up, I'd tell her, you can't use that, we've got to start the generator, yada yada. And she says, on this one, don't tell me I can't use something. So that's what it's designed around, is my wife would, don't tell me I can't.
This isn't our first bus adventure.
Yeah.
We lived in a bus 40 years ago before buses were cool.
Yeah. Okay, so come on in.
He squinted.
I guess you can say, huh?
Yes, he can. This is Tabby. She loves people.
Yeah, she's real friendly.
Not like my cat.
No, she loves everybody.
But this is our inside design. So we do have a microwave. The microwave will run with the AC on, but the microwave won't run with the Curie and everything. It just gets a little bit too much. But we try to keep cool for the cats, because the other day we was at a laundromat and somebody said something about there's a dog in a car out there and it's hot. And so we told a couple of people that the dog out there in that car is in a cooler room than we are here. So, because that way we don't have to worry about the birds, nothing. We just set it and we can go do what we want. And the solar has no problem. It keeps up with everything, so we don't have to worry about running out of power and the birds getting hot or something like that. So I could say our system was designed a lot around the birds. Down underneath, that's where I've got my 6 battle-born. They're kind of hidden down under there. Nice place for them, good shoe rack. And then we went with the lithium system. So our inverter is the pure sine waves charge inverter. It's a 3000. And then the same thing with our solar. We went with the MPPT, and ours is a 250-100. But all works nice. It's all Bluetooth, so I can sit out in my chair, dial it up, and it'll tell me what it's doing. So that works real sweet. So that's kind of the solar or control panel up there front. You can see I'm still playing with things. And we never shut off our inverter. A lot of people say, well, it takes power to run it. And they're right, it does. but we're designed to where we run it because I don't want to have to get up at night, turn that on to do something. So it just stays on. We're happy with it. Our build inside, so this is tongue and groove. It's larch. So up north it's called tamarack or larch. We had a mill special cut this, 16 foot 6 inches long, and we had fun putting it up. But it looks pretty nice. It went with the front curve and everything. So you can see everything's still got a little bit of work. But that way we didn't have a lot of seams. And this is actually 1/2 inch because we dealt with the 1/4 inch stuff and some other people have too, and it's a pain in the ass. This was actually 3/4 and he milled it down to 1/2 inch for us. So it wasn't bad, but it was still a little bit of a pain. But it went good. We got our open shelves here. This is all of our food. She can tell you about that.
It's not all of our food, but
No,
majority of it. It's freeze dried, and we get it through Thrive Life. And you can get pretty much any food you enjoy. We have sausage, hamburger, cheese, every vegetable, broccoli, cauliflower, strawberries, blueberries, cheeses, all kinds of stuff.
And some of it's pretty tasty. Just try one. Just on its own.
And it has a 25-year shelf life and a 2-year shelf life once it's open. It'll last longer than that, but that's what they recommend is a 2-year. And so we have probably a 6-month supply of food sitting up there at least,
And we got
if not more.
a few gallon containers in back. But the same thing, corn. If I want a snack, I'll take a handful of the pork sausage and a handful of corn or a handful of peas and just put it in my mouth, and it's a good little snack.
We also have a 95-quart Dometic refrigerator freezer.
Underneath. And
So we can stay out and boondock for well over 2 weeks and not have any problems.
the thing with all this, I mean, we've got everything, cheese, everything, and it don't go bad.
Yeah.
You know, you get stuff, and if you don't use it, it goes bad. And this saves us a lot of room inside there, so we can get fresh fruit and shrimp,
Juice.
steaks. Yeah. But so it's a good thing. It's good for quickie meals, and it all tastes so good. I mean, I could fix a meal with this, and people would tell you, no, you didn't get that out of a plastic container or a can. But anyhow, back here's our bed, all of our clothes storage. Got the TV. We have a Togo.
Togo. At
Up
least that's
on the
how I
roof?
pronounce it.
And so that gives us
Unlimited
over-
data.
in the internet, so we watch Netflix everywhere we're at, watch YouTube everywhere we're at.
I can upload
we
in a
haven't had a
matter of
problem.
minutes.
Even at the van build, people call us names because she says, well, I uploaded 2 videos today, and they're like, well, I can't even do one. You know. But anyhow, this is the inside. Here's where I started the shower. We've got this stuff to do it. So I just did the floor, so it's a rock floor. It's all grouted in. There'll be the, what do you call this toilet?
Oh, it's a cassette toilet.
Cassette toilet, and so I will cut it into the side eventually. But we've got 2 kind of like antique solid core doors that we're going to put on each side. And it's going to be like an older surface mount faucet that goes in here. And then on the back, I'm just going to insulate it and actually put some of this fiberglass board on it just to make it easier.
And it matches what's already here.
Yeah, and so that's kind of going to be our shower. So it's yet to come. We do have an outdoor shower, and then this is the bird container here. It's just a plexiglass. They keep pretty happy in there.
Sabrina loves going outside when it's warm.
Yeah. Looking at you, honey. But she's happy. And got slide out drawers underneath everything. Pretty much, I haven't put the drawer fronts on them yet. I got oak drawer fronts in the back that I'll put on them.
Little buses are never done.
They never are. They never are. And And even if you think you're done, then you've used it for a while and you think, oh, it'd work better if I do this. And then, oh, I got to redo all this to get that. So, yeah, like you say, they're never done. They're never done. Over here in our kitchen, we actually went with granite because she always wanted granite in these houses I built for her. We never could afford it. So I told her in this build, she could have her granite.
Sure.
So we actually went over to a granite guy, and he had this slab, and normally his slabs were $1,600. So we talked to him, and we found this one. It's from India.
It's called Ubatuba.
Yeah. But it had the corners cracked on it, so it wasn't a full piece. And she liked it, and so we asked him, well, how about that? And he come and looked at what we needed put in and all that. And he really liked her thing that we was, going to put it on YouTube or, promote him a little bit. And he says, I'll tell you what, I'd do it for $800. We said, $800? He says, yeah. And then I said, well, I need a table for over here. So we got a 2-foot by 3-foot piece
Way
polished.
too heavy for in
It
here.
weighs too much. So it did me good just to get it out of here into our stationary house. But so it's pretty nice. You don't see a granite top on very many bus rebuilds. But it's nice. And then the under counter sink, we carry 75 gallons of water with us. We got a 40-gallon gray tank and no black tank because it's got the cassette. We got a 12-gallon propane tank underneath. That's you just drive up and get it filled, so we don't deal with the bottles, and that's been pretty nice. Our split system on our AC, I was able to mount it up underneath. There was just this perfect hole. I mean, when you design a bus, you got certain holes and certain this, and something's going to fit there, and it ain't going to fit there. So look in advance. Fill your holes with what you got. And so we was able to fill that hole up front. It was just perfect size. And it went up underneath there, so it's up under concealed. Our water tank's under this side concealed. Propane's in the back. We've got, so we can plug into shore power. That then goes through our inverter and all that. But I've actually got it hooked up for 2. So I can flip some switches and I'll go from shore power right directly into my electrical panel. So I just bypass all that. So it just means if we get in trouble, I always like to have a backup. Backups don't hurt. A little bit more money, but I can flip a switch if we pull into something and my inverter's bad. Well, then I don't have power. So this way I can flip a switch and it cuts off the inverter and just goes directly into my 110 panel. So it was a pretty good thing. Wasn't hard to do. We've got a 3-burner propane stove top
With an oven.
with an oven so I can make brownies. We've got our exhaust fan ended up back here right over the bed. And what kind is it?
It's not the Fantastic fan.
Max
Air fan.
Max Air fan.
Yeah.
So it is a remote. It's got all the speed. So and I understand it's a money thing because there's not much different from this one that reverses and all that. And I hear people that they couldn't afford the one that reverses, and they put it in, and then they wish they had spent the extra $40 because it is nice.
It is nice.
to go one way or the other. So it's I know it's a money thing, but save that extra 20, 30, $40, whatever it is, and get something that you're really going to get happy with. Because to put something in and then later say, I wish, because we've all been there. I mean, we're humans. We always wish for a lot.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
A beautiful bus.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that video of that great schoolie, and in the coming weeks there'll be more. So please, I will see you next Saturday for a tour of another schoolie. Steampunk Steve saying, see you on the road.